Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast. Tonight is another segment of 20 Random Questions, and your guest tonight is a female bare knuckle boxer, Skylar the Goon Thomas. How you doing tonight, Skylar?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So, how's everything going in the bare knuckle boxing?
Good. I recently just signed a multi-fight deal with BYB Extreme Fighting Series. So just staying ready at this point, and I'm excited for, when they want to go ahead and send me a contract and get me going again. It's been a couple months since my last fight, so I'd really like to go ahead and get back out there.
So when was your last fight? Was it February or?
No, I was, I believe it was in, I think August.
Oh, that far. It was that far back.
Yeah. Yeah. So almost a year now. So
wow, okay.
chomping at the bit to get back out there. So.
Well, you said a couple months, so I just assumed it was February.
Yeah. No, before that I did have a fight, and I believe it was in March before that too. So those were pretty back to back for bare knuckle, which I was pretty kind of proud of. So I didn't get too beat up my first one, and then my second one I was just ready to get some revenge. So
okay, and now let's talk about, so people just don't assume that you just walked into bare knuckle boxing and started this. You actually have a lot of martial arts experience. So let's kind of bring me back to the beginning, and let's talk about all the different martial arts that you've done that you've cut. Well, I don't want to say perfected, because I don't think anybody actually perfects them, but I mean, right. You have quite a bit on your laundry list.
Yeah, definitely. So I am a black belt in Taekwondo. I've done that for, I want to say about 9 years. And then I've also done jujitsu, a couple of jujitsu competitions as well, no-gi jujitsu. And then I've done, about 3 or 4 kickboxing competitions, and then a couple boxing exhibitions. So I believe like 2 MMA fights as well. So kind of well-rounded. I like to have as many tools in my tool belt, so to speak. So I like to stay busy and just have a little bit of everything going on.
Don't you have a little bit of Muay Thai experience too, or Muay Thai?
So the announcer that announced that is incorrect. It's definitely kickboxing. I have
just kickboxing.
I have fought a Muay Thai fighter, and there's more scored like a Muay Thai bout more than kickboxing.
So that's where the confusion came in.
Yeah, definitely. But no, yeah, I've definitely had sparred with my fair share of Muay Thai fighters, and they definitely kick some ass for sure. So more power to them.
So I guess with all that well-rounded experience, why have you had fights in the cage?
Yeah, I've done a couple of MMA fights as well. Nothing professionally yet. I do look towards making my professional MMA debut, but I'm kind of riding this bare knuckle train right now, and I kind of want to keep that going for a little bit. It's definitely lit like a spark under me, and I definitely love it way more than I thought I would. So I'm really enjoying that going on right now.
Nice. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get to the 20 random questions. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. So question 1, how did you get involved in combat sports and bare knuckle boxing? How did all this start?
Yeah. So, growing up as a kid, I didn't really have necessarily a easy life going for me. The same old song and dance, being bullied in school and whatnot. And then, just kind of always being interested in some, sports that were a little bit more aggressive than the sports that they offer at school. So it kind of started in high school. An ex-boyfriend of mine was into mixed martial arts, and he started going to classes at Fife High School, and I asked if I could, participate as well. And then one thing led to another, and after I graduated high school, I ended up getting more serious and looking into more MMA gyms. And I was with a MMA gym for about 9 or 10 years, and then I recently switched over to Gig Harbor MMA. And so they've been kind of helping me throughout my bare knuckle journey, if you will. But before that, an ex of mine was interested in bare knuckle, and he had gone through that, and I had watched him go through it. And I just kind of like, well, if he can do it, then I can probably do it. So I went in
Okay.
and I did it, and first time didn't go my way, but it was enough for me to want to continue. I don't know how to explain it. It was just something just very like carnal, and I'm a big into just being in the moment and just absorbing everything for what it is. It's kind of brings us back to a different time. So I just really appreciate that, and I really enjoyed it and had a lot of fun. So
Okay. Question 2. Do you have any hobbies outside the sport of bare knuckle boxing?
yeah, definitely. I well, mostly it's just like training, but I also am a big person of metal concerts, metal music.
Okay.
So usually, if I'm not training or anything, you could probably find me at a metal show in Seattle or in Tacoma. So that's just kind of my thing.
All right. And that's funny because the next question is actually question 3. What type of music do you enjoy listening to?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I enjoy all genres, but if I were to have my pick, it would definitely be metal. Different genres of metal, of course. But I anything that's like Parkway Drive or After the Burial, Motionless in White, stuff like that. I'm kind of all over. I love it all, yeah, I'm a big fan. So if there's any
Okay.
metal bands out there that want to like sponsor me, I am all for it.
Nice. She got the shout out there.
Yeah.
All right. Question 4. Do you have any superstitions in your combat sports?
Man, superstitions. Oh gosh, I don't know that I would say superstitions. If I don't feel like I've given every bit of me in a fight camp, then I usually don't feel good about it. But like I'm like one of those people is like I will almost like kill myself throughout fight camp to make sure that like I'm prepared at every point. And even sometimes like even when you feel like you've done everything you can to prepare, sometimes it still doesn't go your way, but that's just my only thing, knowing that I'm being genuine and honest with myself, that I put every part of me into that training camp. So,
Okay. Question 5. What is something that your fans do not know about you?
um I most of my fans probably don't know that I play guitar. And I'm kind of like self-taught. So, that's something.
Okay. No, that's interesting. People can relate to that. Question 6. Who's the one fighter, alive or dead, that you would want to sit down and have a conversation with?
Christy Martin, for sure. She's a
That's
boxer.
I did
Yeah,
I oh,
she's
trust me, I know who she is.
I would
She's gonna be on my show in about a week.
oh my
Yes,
gosh, that's so
you'll
awesome.
have to tune in. May 7th, she's on my show.
I would love that. Yes. Yes, I will tune in.
She has a lot going on right now that we're gonna talk about. I wouldn't say we're friends. I don't want to say the word friends, but we're acquaintances. I
Yeah,
talk to her from time to time. So she actually has a lot of things going on right now that we're gonna talk about. So
that's awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
yeah, she's I didn't see that coming. I thought you were actually gonna throw like a UFC female out there or a bare knuckle boxer, but Christy Martin, yeah,
She
I
paved
still
the
re-
way, man. Like she's tough as nails in my book, and I just admire her for so much that she's been through, that she is building. Like she's a pioneer for sure.
so you know her story then.
Yes. Yes, I
Yes,
do.
she's amazing, amazing
She
woman,
is.
man. She really
She is.
is. All right, question 7. Do you like to cook in the kitchen, go out to restaurants, or are you a fast food person?
I actually I do enjoy cooking. Like it is one of my things. Like anybody that's kind of close to me knows that like I would love to be at home, get my music going, get everything out and just kind of like vibe to my music and cook. And sometimes that's most of the time how I meal prep most of my stuff. And it's just maybe do a little like dancing in my kitchen. Somewhere where people can't see because it's really embarrassing. But yeah, so I like cooking and I like cooking for people too. So
You
yeah,
might have to throw
definitely.
some of those videos on Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. My mom was just saying that. She's like, you have to do your cooking, you have to show people. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get into that.
I
So
don't know. I think your fans on TikTok might find that interesting if you're cooking, listening to music, and dancing.
yeah, definitely. I should put it out there and see what happens.
All right, question 8. What's something that you're very passionate about?
Uh I am passionate about horror movies. Anything horror or spooky related, Halloween. I always like to say that I have a dark personality, but I have a heart of gold. So that's the best way I can kind of explain myself.
Okay. Question 9. Are you artistic in any way with your hands besides fighting, as far as like building things, painting, drawing, photography, writing, stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Well, music for one, and then I also like to have like painting parties, like more specifically with me and my son. He's 6 years old. So I'll get like canvases for us, and we have a whole art cart, and so we'll just decide to have paint parties with just the two of us and have fun with that. And yeah, so we like to get artsy fartsy in our house.
Nice. Those are always good memories too.
Yeah.
All right, question 10. If you could box in a celebrity bare knuckle boxing match with any actor or actress or athlete, who would it be that you would want to fight?
Oh, it definitely have to be a Kardashian. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, it
Oh,
would.
no, you don't got to be sorry. I don't know why I didn't see that coming.
Yes, it would have to be a Kardashian for sure.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll give you credit because at least somebody didn't say Jake Paul for once.
Oh, yeah, no.
Uh, I'll take Kardashian over Jake Paul. So, question 11. How do you inspire other people?
I would say my brother, he always tells me that I'm a really hard worker. He said I'm probably one of the hardest working people that he knows, and to me that's a big compliment because I think you're right that people will just look at fighters and think that, they just ended up knowing somebody or they just had a good opportunity. And I don't think people realize how much work it takes to get to even the level that I'm at now. Like it takes so much hard work and dedication. It takes a lot of like nights that where you would rather go out and hang out with your friends and party or whatever. Like, no, like, it's sacrificing a lot. So, I would say that if I inspire anybody, to do anything, it would just to be like a hard worker and, like it won't go unnoticed. And as long as you keep like, I know that's kind of cliche to say, but as long as you keep like believing in yourself and telling yourself that you can do it and just keep showing up, that would be really what I would want to inspire into people that they can do whatever they put their mind to.
Okay. Question 12. What is something on your bucket list?
Something on my bucket list. I want to go like skydiving for sure. Like
Okay.
not just like one of those places where, I want to jump out of an airplane and see what that's like. That seems like fun to me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, if you're into stuff like that, I would probably be stuck to the side of the plane, but
I think it's easy to say that I'm like definitely an adrenaline junkie. Anything that's like intense or extreme, I'm probably going to be into.
okay. Question 13. If you go on a road trip by yourself, where do you usually go just to kind of be alone and just away from everybody?
Uh, unfortunately, I don't get that luxury of just driving, but if I were, and I've been thinking about this a lot, I would probably go to, like, some part of Nevada or something because I'm one of those weirdos, but I'm really, like, into, like, aliens and stuff, and I would just like to visit that
Okay.
part.
All right. You're gonna go to
You know,
Area
Area
51.
51. Yeah, definitely, like, just see what it's about. There's a lot of, like, alien theme type stuff, so that's something I would definitely like to be able to go and do.
Okay. Your fans are learning a lot about you tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure they're like, "Oh, okay."
Question 14. If you bought a yacht, what would you name it?
Wow.
Don't say the Goon.
No. If I had bought a yacht, oh man, what would I even do with it? I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Everybody puts a name on the back of their yacht. So you'd have to
That's
have a name.
that's true. Serendipity, probably.
Okay. Question 15. If you could use a time machine one time, what period would you go back to?
I would probably go to the 80s. Yeah.
Oh, I love the 80s.
I really dig the 80s, and I'm just like, I'm curious. I'd love to know just, what's going on.
Okay. Question 16. What movie or TV series could you watch over and over?
Oh, probably Outlander. Yeah, I really dig Outlander. I I would love to go to Scotland. Scotland is definitely on my bucket list for sure. I would love to be able to fight there. That's definitely on my list. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Question 17. What is your favorite thing to drink?
Ooh, other than water. Mm, probably iced tea. For sure.
Okay.
Like a lot of my family, they're pretty southern in their ways. So like growing up on like sweet tea, yeah, it's a big thing.
All right. Question 18. What is the most dangerous thing you've ever done?
Most dangerous thing I've ever done?
Besides fighting.
Oh man. I don't know.
Well, you just said you're a risk taker and a thrill junkie, so there's got to be
I
something
know
in there.
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot out there that I'm not I'm not that I'm proud of.
She's not at liberty to say. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
can I like plead the fifth on this one?
Okay.
I would just say reckless driving. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Reckless driving for right now.
All right. We'll keep it pretty simple like that. All right. Question 19. What's your favorite board game?
Even though I suck at it terribly, I love Monopoly. I'll
Okay.
be up till midnight. I'll be up all night playing Monopoly. I love Monopoly.
All right. All right. Question 20. Your last question. Would you rather spend the evening? Now, this is hypothetical, so it doesn't
Hmm.
matter how you answer. Would you rather spend the evening smoking weed with Mike Tyson or drinking wine with George Clooney?
That's an easy one. Smoking weed with Tyson.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too easy for me.
All right.
It's Mike Tyson, man. Come on. Like,
I know, but some ladies, they would say drinking wine with George
uh,
Clooney.
nah,
Not
no
you, though.
way. No
Not,
way.
not you. You're a Tyson.
Yes.
Okay. Well, listen, you've been a good sport with the 20 questions. I appreciate it. I hope you had fun. I hope they weren't too personal.
No, it was great. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Do you have anything to say to your fans?
Yeah, I would just say thank you so much for tuning in and listening. And if I can just give a shout out to my sponsors,
Oh,
Martin
please do.
Henry.
Please do.
Yeah, Martin Henry Espresso. Thank you so much for sponsoring me. Red Moon Creative Company. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for always doing my merch, my hoodies, my bags, everything. I so appreciate you. Todd Valentine over at Elite Massage Professionals. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for me, especially right before fights, getting me nice and ready and making sure I'm not too bunched up or anything. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much to Gig Harbor MMA. Chris, thank you so much for everything that you do for me. I appreciate you all.
All right. And hold on. And with that, the truth as spoken.